thank you once again. May I now also take this privilege to invite our chief guest, Air Chief Marshal Anil Tipnis, to address this gathering and share his thoughtful insights with us.
Good evening, everyone. Principal Kulkarni, Reverend Vaskar, distinguished guests, parents, barnacles, the old barnacles and the present flag bearers. Indeed, a proud moment for me to be here at my alma mater. Barnes has certainly grown over the years, both in stature and its all-round education to the students of Barnes. Many traditions have remained the same. The first and foremost, that Barnes always starts off with a prayer, asking the Almighty for His blessings and thanksgiving for all that we have received, and we are the beneficiaries of the Almighty's kindness. Thank you for giving me such a warm welcome. I'm indeed delighted to be welcomed as warmly as I am. When I was invited to attend this function, I asked the principal, what do you want me to speak about? And how long should I speak? She said, academics. Now that is something I can't do it in all honesty, because I don't think I was the brightest of students and never was. But as far as the second one is concerned, I'm delighted. I'm happy that I should not exceed more than 5 minutes. Hopefully I won't. I would like to share with you, students, and have the concurrence of my old barnacles over here, especially one of my classmates, Syed, who is here, or what I say. All schools impart education. All schools have sports, events of various degrees. I have over the years been invited to many schools for functions such as this, and always the headmaster, the principal, read out the school report, the annual school report. And I can tell you, Principal Kulkarni, that your school report is absolutely outstanding. Well done. What do I think is the most important gift, that if I may call it the gift, a school can bestow on its students? One is character. Character is something that you carry with you 24/7. You age, you learn more things, you take different jobs, you learn, you get more skills, you learn bad things, good things, but one thing you should not lose is the character that the school, that is Barnes, has built for you. May I share my experience of what I think Barnes gave me to be able to be reasonably successful in life, and at one time give the Air Force the leadership that is required. There are many instances, but the first that comes to mind is right in 1955, when I was required to go for the National Defense Academy entrance examination. Now, my father gave me the application forms, And for the life of me, I was trying to tell my father, Dad, in no way I can apply for NDA. I don't have the physical requirements. I was below height, I was below weight, I was a puny little chesty fellow. He says, no, you will go. But I said, how can I go? Not with this. And all those boys will be so much bigger than me, how can I compete with them? So the father, I think, spoke to Mr. Datti. We didn't have a vice principal at that time, but de facto he was so. And he called me, he said, Anil, what is this I hear? That you are not wanting to go for this examination and interview? So I told him, this is it. He says, what has Barnes taught you? When he went into the boxing ring, did you ever feel scared of a guy who was 6 inches taller than you? Did you ever back out? Do the same thing. And that's exactly what happened. When I went there, I was the puniest of guys. And as luck would have it, I went from here to Delhi. At that time, the rains had, created havoc, and the railway line from Dehradun, Delhi to Dehradun, was completely disrupted. And for the first time, the evening that I was to go to Dehradun, it was a night journey, a train was running after about 7 days. Lo and behold, there was so much of traffic. Nowadays, it's a common sight, but there were people on top of the train, in between the carriages. And as luck would have it, I missed the train. So I said, now I'm saved, I don't have to go for that interview. But my father, he was an army man. He said, no, remember what did Mr. Datti tell you, you never back off. So he said, sit in the car. And he drove me from Delhi to Ambala through the night. The train left at 10 o'clock without Anil Tipnis on board. So my father took me to Ambala. And from there was a train. And of course, before that I had to ask, is there any other train going to Dehradun? I said, no, nothing from Delhi, not till the next morning. And I had to be in Dehradun by 12 o'clock. So we caught a train from Amritsar to Ambala to Dehradun when I was traveling from Delhi. And I went there, and I can tell you, once I got there, I said, Barnacle spirit. The word Barnacle hadn't been coined at that time, but I said, the Barnes spirit must carry on. And let me tell you this. Out of 45, a batch of 45 people, there were, I think, 5 of us who were selected. 3 made it for the army, because you have a special test for the Air Force, what you call a pilot aptitude test. 3 of us passed for the Air Force, but one got the medical, he was out. Later on somebody else, and from that batch of 45, only a Barnacle survived in the Air Force. I hope this applause is not for me, but it is for Barnes. But it was the bringing of Barnes, the spirit of Barnes, that carried the torch for me. Upward Barnes, onward Barnes. One of the other thing was never back off. Stand on your principles. This was what you stand over here. Even if you stand to lose. And that is the thing, I don't know if you recall, some of you would, that when somebody does you dirty, you don't pay him respect. If he is not only you, but a larger community and a country at that, you don't salute. You don't pay him the respects that is the normal courtesy that is paid. I want to tell you this not because I want to brag, but that is what Barnes taught me. He says if a guy abuses you, don't abuse him back, but don't show that you're happy to be abused. And that is exactly what I did when Parvez Musharraf, the chief of staff of the Pakistani army, came to India. Because of his stupidity, for his cussedness, his vileness, many innocent people were lost. And to behold, when he came to Delhi, he got a rousing reception. I mean, I can't imagine it. It made my barnacle blood boil. I said, how can this man be treated? The media was after him, the people were after him. And I've had many early experiences with the Pakistani, trying to always show that they are much superior to us. And therefore, I didn't shake his hand. I mean, and at that time, not shaking his hand, but not saluting him. It's not the done thing. The military way of greeting anyone is by the salute. But you also do it, when you give that salute, you do to someone you respect. I will salute the principal, but I will not salute a vile enemy. 5 minutes over? No, it's been a long, long evening. And I must congratulate you and your students and your teacher for your dedication and for the wonderful way in today's function was successfully carried out. Well done. I don't know whether I live to be 100, but Barnes must live to be 1,000 years.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure it will. So onward Barnes, upward Barnes. So say all of us. Thank you. Jai Hind. No, thank you. That's okay. Now let me answer.
Thank you, sir, for that enlightening, wonderful message and words of wisdom. I'm sure our students and staff will draw some life skills and imbibe the exceptional values shared that will guide them throughout their life. May I now request Mr. Vijay Musle to give the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. I, Mr. Musle Vijay, on behalf of the management, principal, staff, and students of Barnes School and Junior College Devlali, would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude and heartfelt thanks to all those who made this event possible. First of all, I would like to begin by expressing my profound gratitude to the Almighty for showering His blessings on us and keeping us in good health. I would also like to extend my most sincere thanks to our chief guest, Air Chief Marshal Anil Tipnis, and his beloved wife, Mrs. Molina Tipnis, who spared time from their busy schedule to grace this occasion. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Your thoughts have shown us a new path. Also, a heartfelt gratitude to our guests of honor, Air Commodore Kamal Bagga and Dr. Monica Bagga, for gracing us with your presence. A special thank you to our respected principal, ma'am, Ms. Uttara Kulkarni, for being the catalyst who motivates us to do our best and continues to guide and support us to make an event of such magnitude a big success. Thank you, ma'am. Also, a big thank you to our senior school section head, Mr. Deepak Rajput, assistant section head, Mrs. Charlotte Thopil, and staff who have been working tirelessly to make this event a mega success. However, we cannot fail to make a special mention of the maintenance department led by Mr. Fabian Kingsellis for the extraordinary hall arrangements, the linen and art department for the stage decoration, the security department for the security arrangements, the IT department for the PowerPoint presentation and live streaming, the school or administrative office for the sitting arrangement, and the mess department headed by Mr. Thakur for the refreshments post program. Thank you all the department. Now, a special thank you to all the parents, guests, and well-wishers for your patient presence to conclude. Now, a big thank you to our budding stars who made this event joyful with their impressive performance. Finally, I would also like to thank my co-anchor, Mrs. Ria Simmons. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you too, sir. As we move forward, let us remember the words of Winston Churchill. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Let us carry these words in our hearts as we embrace the challenges that lie ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise for the school song. May I request all to remain at their seats as our chief guests, Ma'am Principal Ma'am, guests of honor, and the dignitaries leave the hall.